It will consist of a polygon that we'll edit to give it a bit of a mound shape, and then we'll apply our texture using Photoshop. I'll return to the top view. Again, go into lighting, two-sided lighting. And I'm going to hold down the space bar, and I'm going to create NURBS primitive and a circle. You'll see that once you've dragged your circle, you have an open path. We need to make that path into a piece of geometry. With the path selected, I'll hold down the space bar, going to surfaces again. I'll choose planar, attributes. I'm going to choose polygons so I can edit it the way I would like. I'm going to select quads and count. Now the default count is always 200, and that will be adequate for what we need to do. I'll click apply, I'll close it out, center the pivot, and I'll delete by type history to eliminate the path. Now I want the surface to be mounded so it looks more like Cocoa when it's done. I'll select it in the viewport, I'll click F on the keyboard, and now I'm going to edit the vertices and start to pull them up. I'd like a soft selection so it seems gradual, with the highest in the center and then dissipating out to the edges, less so. I'll double click on the Move tool, and in the Move tool I'll open the tab for Soft Select. I'll select Soft Select, and I'll start with the fall off radius at about 2. A point of note here is that very often when you use Maya and you start to change the vertices, you may see this coloration and it's not what you wanted. You can go into the menu and take it off, or you can use the keyboard quick B. I'm going to make the number a little larger. And then I'll drag up on it. I would still like it to go a little bit more out to the edges, so I'll Z it out. And I'll make the number larger. You'll notice that the radius of influence increases with that number. The most pronounced change will be in the center with the yellow, dissipating to red and then black. Now I'll pull it up, and I have what I want. Now I'd like this to be a little less symmetrical and perfect. I'll drop the fall off to 1, and then I'll right click and I'll start to go in and randomly select some points on the surface and pull them up so there's a little bit of asymmetrical quality to the surface. Now if in the event you see your geometry and it looks somewhat bumpy, hit 3 on the keyboard and deselect. You'll see that once we implement the soft select proxy, your surface will look something like that. Next, we'll generate a UV map on which to put the Cocoa texture.